Alright, what's good, people? Today the topic of interest is two mindsets that a person can have. So I want to talk about having the growth mindset and having a fixed mindset. So the fixed mindset is the mindset that believes that there's only so far that you can go. So what you are right now is all that you can ever be. You can never really improve. The limits to your potential, limits to your capacity. So in other words, you're pretty much just fixed, right? Fixed mindset. Whereas the growth mindset is the polar opposite. So it speaks of the idea that you can always improve, that you can always be better, you can always learn, right? So it talks about growth. Now the thing is that many people are held back because they have the fixed mindset. And the fixed mindset is particularly evil because a person can have the fixed mindset and not even know that they've got the fixed mindset. Okay? And the thing is this, is that the way that the fixed mindset keeps you stuck and keeps you from improving is that when you have a fixed mindset, you don't push yourself past your comfort zone. Because when you believe that all you are is all that you can ever be, or the limits to your capacity, you don't stretch yourself as much as you could. Because when you're trying to go for things that you want, when you're trying to level up in your life, the one requirement is that you must go outside your comfort zone. You must do things that are unfamiliar to you. And when you're doing things that are unfamiliar, there is a very high probability that failure will occur. And when failure occurs, when somebody has a fixed mindset, it's a detrimental thing, right? It's not just like an event that's happened and that could be learned from and improved. To you, it's like, it's the end of the world. It's like an attack on your ego. To you, it's like, this is all I can ever be. This is where everything ends. It's detrimental. And as a result, you stay in the area that's comfortable to you. You continue to do the things that are familiar. And when you continuously do the things that are familiar, you get more of what you've already got. You get more of the same. As Einstein says, it's insanity to do the same things over and over again and expect a different result. And that's what keeps you stuck. Whereas the growth mindset speaks to the day that you can always improve. And you guys know that I love anime. I talk about anime a whole lot on this channel because anime is amazing. And my favorite anime is Naruto. And Naruto shows the growth mindset perfectly in cartoon form. Right, so basically in Naruto, right, it starts off with Naruto being a young kid. And he's like really timid. He's really afraid. Basically, he's fearful. So they go out to the first battle with his squad, right? And then they come across the first villain, and he freezes. He's so afraid. He's paralyzed by fear. And as a result of being paralyzed by fear, he jeopardizes himself and almost his whole team. But eventually, they defeat that villain, and then people tease him and they laugh at him. They're like, ha, you froze. And then Naruto makes a promise to himself saying that, you know what, I'm never going to freeze again. I'm never going to run away from danger like I did before. And he starts running headstrong into danger. So he goes after things. He gets battered over and over again, but he dedicates his time and his energy to improving his abilities. So he's always practicing, improving, beating down failure after failure after failure after failure. And then eventually, in the last season, he becomes the go-to. He becomes probably the most powerful character in the arc, in the anime. He's the go-to, and eventually he saves everybody. Everybody's looking up to him. But that was the result of him believing that he could become what he was calling the Hokage, the strongest person in his village. And that's what he did, right? He had a growth mindset. He didn't let his failures stop him from becoming more. And that's the type of mindset that you want to develop. You want to change your attitude towards failure, because failure is not a detrimental thing. Failure is the natural way that we learn, right? We learn by trying things, falling over, and then course correcting, learning from the failure, and then doing better. And it's a cringe example, but think about babies. That's how a baby learns to walk. That it walks a little bit and then it stumbles. The brain remembers that attempt, and then it tries again. It remembers the things that worked and then tries again. It remembers the failed attempt and then tries again, eventually until it gets the successful attempt. And that's how it goes. Right? Don't be afraid of failure. Failure is not a shameful thing. I'll tell you what is shameful though: not trying, running away because you're afraid. That's a shameful thing. So literally, if you're watching this video, that thing that's in your mind right now, go and do it. Give it a go. There's nothing wrong with failure, because that's how we grow. As they say, water rises to its own level, right? To have more, you have to play at a higher level, so you got to go for things. So that's the video of the day, guys. Adopt a growth mindset. Don't allow the fixed mindset to keep you stuck. Embrace failure. You guys take care, and I'll be back again next week for the next one. Peace.